You are the company officer and are responding to a working fire in a single-family home. You have your driver-operator and 2 firefighters. One is a senior firefighter, the other a new firefighter on their 3rd shift. Cops on scene have reported that you have fire showing. You tell Smith to pull the pre-connect to the front door and tell Williams to take the irons.
Engine 7 arrival. You guys pull a 200, get the irons, I'm gonna do the 360.
It's taking you so long to pull the line, man. First of all, you're pulling the wrong line. What the hell is your problem? You don't understand? What are you doing, man? Don't you see the people's house are burning? You know, all this practice, and look at you messing up. That's a wrong cross lay, you piece of...
What the hell are you guys doing?
Just stop.
What are you doing?
I do it, I said stop.
You guys get this jump line put away.
I'm not untangling this mess. This Probie made it, she's gonna clean it up. Do it yourself.
So we had a pretty angry firefighter out there on scene.
The sad part about it is this was being done in the public's eye. The reason they were at the call is someone had an emergency. Yet that was not the primary focus. They were not working as a team to get the job accomplished. It could have been my mother, my father, my brother or sister in that house, and yet they're having their personal differences. Whenever we're on a call, no matter what happens, this is not the time to be belligerent, to put each other down. We have to come together to accomplish the task of saving lives, of saving properties. That has got to be foremost. After it's all over, now we can address the personal issues that have occurred, but not at the scene, not in front. We've just lost credibility. What are these people doing? We had a situation where this was not a fire, but this was someone that had been trapped in the car, and the officer was yelling at the top of his voice. There was air rescue. People were taking pictures of this. And what I appreciate about the officer, he just walked in there without saying a sign, just walked around, stopped them, readdressed. They redid everything properly without even raising a decibel, and everything was accomplished. There is no need to yell. There is no need to put each other down. Just get the job accomplished. Now, after it was over, he got all the crew together, and now they debriefed it, and everyone learned from that scene. But never, ever at a scene do we need to raise our voice or put each other down.
Well, you gotta figure, how good is that firefighter really gonna be out on scene that's getting screamed at the whole time too? How effective are they really gonna be?
Third day on the shift? Oh yeah, you can't think. So what are you trying to accomplish? Definitely not helping the householder, and definitely not helping the firefighter. You have to think about what you're trying to accomplish.
Nowadays with media, as you said before, being all around us, you know, their media could have been on scene there, and if they got footage of that, they would have ate it all up. You know, it would have been the end. And as for the bystanders, they have confidence in us to get a job done. We've ruined that, totally ruined it. And as for the probationary firefighter, they don't know that it's their third shift, the bystanders, so they just see someone not knowing how to get the job done. And the way that I believe an officer should have handled it was after the fact, maybe had them step aside, or even the senior firefighter. How that makes someone who doesn't know what they're doing, or thinks that they know what they're doing and not getting the job done right, it ruins the rest of the well, this isn't a drill, but the rest of the call and the flow. So now everything, it's just a ripple effect, and everything's going to just crumble.
There's another point too, that at the very end of the segment, basically the senior firefighter looks at the officer and says, let them turn around and clean it up. And turns around and walks away.
This is a dysfunctional company right now, and we don't know what the issues are.
Right.
But if that officer does not get that ship pointed back in the right direction, it's just going to continue to be a cancer on that shift. Okay, there is something wrong, whether it's a personality issue, whether it's a training issue, whatever. The senior firefighter and the Probie, the rookie, do not have a working relationship. That has to be addressed, and that has to be addressed immediately, because it is making this company become a dysfunctional company, and they are not doing their job. Those people who are looking on the street are not looking at a professional fire department. They are looking at a bunch of well-dressed bystanders who aren't doing their job.
You heard the officer say, I'm going to go do a 360, and gave assignments to the team. When that officer left to do the 360, by default, that senior firefighter became the team leader of that two-person team. Absolutely abdicated that responsibility. Not only did they not assist, as you said, Tommy, in helping the lay. If they see somebody struggling, help them with the lay, for crying out loud. Address the training issue afterwards. Not only did the team leader not help with the lay, they inhibited the lay. They caused more stress to the firefighter. They made it worse. They made us look like fools to the public. And to top it all off, just to put frosting on this cake, told the officer to pound sand when they said help pick up the hose. If I was the company officer in that situation, that probationary firefighter would have been somewhere else to the fire ground. That senior firefighter would have been picking up the hose, and we would have been having a serious discussion when we got back to the firehouse about how you act and how you behave. To let that go, folks, I hope the citizens called the fire chief and said, we are not satisfied with
Plus
it.
that officer's credibility.
Yeah, well, you saw the citizens. They're probably calling the fire chief and saying, Chief, I don't know what kind of operation you're running, but this is not what I'm paying for.
All right.